Welcome back, everybody, to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel below. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some NBA player props for Wednesday, January 11th slate of games. 3-3 last night as a group. We all got a win, 0-6 to 3-3. Tonight, if the trends stay true, will be a 6-0 night. Positive vibes only. Teats has to get to work, so we're going to let Teats go real quick on his player props for the night. Teats?
All right. So I went 1-1. SGA kind of tanked us, but let's just kind of get into it. So I've got two plays for us tonight. I'm going John Morant over 41.5 PRAs. John Morant over the last 5 has had 43, 32, 47, 43, and 40. So he's been right around that mark the entire time. And he's averaging 36 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists over the last 4 against the Spurs. So look for him to go over 41.5 in this game. My next one is going to be a points rebound stat. I'm going to take John Collins over 22.5 PRs. He, over the last 5, is getting 22, 24, 36, 38, and 16. So he's typically well above that mark besides the last 2. In his last game against Milwaukee, he had 16 points, 9 boards. He's been a little bit weaker against Milwaukee before that, but looking back as far as last season, he was averaging 22 points and 7 rebounds against them in all 6 matchups they had back in 2021 and early 2022. So look for him to go over on that 22.5 as well.
2 picks for Teats. Teats, give us your parlay lock real quick.
I'm going to go with John Morant over 41.5 PRAs. He has a Spurs number, and I like the PRAs because even when he doesn't score 30, 40 points, he gets himself quite a bit of assists and some rebounds too to add to it.
All right, 2 picks for Teats. John Morant is the lock. Teats, have a good day at work, buddy.
See you guys.
All right, me and Trey are now going to break down our picks from last night. Trey, go ahead and start us.
I love breaking down a 500 night. It really just,
feels good.
Gives me a huge sense of pride. But I went 1-1 yesterday, hit on Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points. Revenge game special. That was a no-doubter. Finished with almost a 50-piece. But I missed on Scotty Barnes over 27.5 PRAs. Finished with 19. Can someone in the comments, please let me know if I'm tripping or not? I feel like Scotty Barnes is just a much younger version of Draymond Green. The guy's allergic to shooting a lot of pick and rolls, setting screens, and I see him catching the ball a lot with his back to the basket and not even looking to shoot, just immediately passing. So Draymond Green equals Scotty Barnes. So I went 1-1 yesterday.
I also went 1-1. Dame's limped off the court in the first quarter. I was certain I was going for another 0-2 night. Then he has a magic in the second half, ended with 30 points, scored 11 in the last 5:48 of that game. I got lucky. Then Shea, oh my, what a roller coaster that was. Teats kind of mentioned it, but started the first 12 minutes with 2 points, then scored 15 in the second quarter in 6 minutes, then scored 6 in the third, needed 8 in the fourth, and he scored 5, ended with 26. And I don't know exactly what the taco discount was, but let me know in the comments because if it was 26.5, if that's the case, I have no words for that total collapse in the fourth. I watched most of that game, and I want to say the Heat shooting 40 for 40 from the free throw line was one of the most impressive things I've ever witnessed in an NBA game. And they still almost lost that game. So, but fun game to watch, though. Let's move on to our picks for tonight. Trey, start us off.
Yes, I got 2 picks for tonight. I'm pretty excited about them. They're both kind of, not star players. I went for like kind of a role player night because I do think that they're going to have big nights tonight. The first one's going to be Jonas Valanciunas over 27.5 points and rebounds. Jonas is coming into Beantown with a lot of momentum on his side. He's averaging 26 points and 11 rebounds in his last 2 road games. Combining that is 37 PR, so that's well above this number. And both of those games have been on the road, so that gives me kind of like an ease of nerves about Jonas traveling to Boston because it's such a good environment there. And in my opinion, the only defender that Boston can throw at Jonas is Robert Williams. And thankfully for us, he's still on a minutes restriction, so he's not going to be guarding him the entirety of the night. And even still, in Jonas's 3 matchups against Robert Williams, he's averaged 30 PRs and only 27 minutes played. So he's been very effective whenever he's been on the court against the Celtics. The Celtics allow nearly 50 points in the paint per game and give up the 4th most defensive rebounds. And you just have to believe that Jonas is going to get at least a chunk of each of those point paints and defensive rebounds. So give me Jonas Valanciunas over 27.5 points. I love that number. It's pretty low for how dominant he's been the last 2 or 3 games. And then my last play, I've run this guy out twice, and each time he has hit. So you know what? I'm just going back to the well, going to the people that I trust, going to the people that I know produced every night. That's Harrison Barnes. I'm going to go over his 15.5 points. The total for this game is a pretty high total at almost 240 points, so there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. And over the past week and a half, Barnes has been a huge focal point in the Kings offense, and I think that's going to continue. Over the last 3 games, he's averaged 23.3 points per game with 59% shooting from behind the three-point line. And for me, that's a huge stat because the Rockets ranked first in allowing the most three-pointer attempts per game. So you have to expect that Barnes is going to be chucking them up, and he's been shooting a very high field goal percentage. So his points should be, start stacking up throughout the game. Barnes has been very successful historically against the Rockets. Over his last 5 games against the Rockets, he's averaged almost 18 points per game. So give me Harrison Barnes to make a huge dent in the points column against the Rockets.
Yeah, I love that Barnes pick. He's been absolutely on fire lately for the Kings. I have 2 picks for you guys tonight as well. And CJ couldn't have come at a better time because I'm struggling right now to find winners. I'm going to start with CJ McCollum over 25.5 points. Pelicans going on the road to take on the Celtics. CJ is going to need a big game. And I dare to say, Trey, that I think the Pelicans are playing better basketball right now without Zion and Ingram on the floor. They look like a team with great chemistry and confidence. And it all starts with CJ leading the way. I can't stress enough that this line of 25.5 is disrespectful. He's been on fire the last 4 games, averaging 29 points per game. He's shooting above 50% in those games and well over 50% from beyond the arc. He's also taken 20-plus shots per game in that span as well. So it's going to be a competitive game against Boston. We should see yet another game where CJ and Jonas carry the team on their back. So give me over 25.5 points for CJ. My second prop is going to be Giannis over 32.5 points. Big line, and I'm not scared, and I'm going to tell you why. Giannis will be visiting the Hawks tonight, who won't have Clint Capella down low. Hawks already ranked 26 in points allowed in the paint. You take away the big man, you're looking at trouble for the Hawks protecting the rim. Also, Giannis has been frustrated the last couple of games. In the video we dropped last night of our game picks, I said he was playing like a cupcake, and he was playing like a cupcake. 6 of 15 from the field, 22 points, 10 boards. He couldn't get anything going last game. He wasn't aggressive at all. That's in terms of what we usually get for him. I mean, 22 and 10 is a good game, but we know he can do much better. Now Giannis has a great matchup against a 6'8" Okungwa, who's 22 years old. Throw in John Collins, 6'9". He's not going to be much of a help for him. It's going to be barbecue chicken served in Atlanta tonight, and the Greek Freak will let out some anger in this game. Big-time game from Giannis tonight. Give me his over on points. So 2 plays for the night. CJ and Giannis both over on points. I need a 2-0 night to lock back in. Trey, let's do the parlay lock real quick. Go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, I got Jonas 27.5 over on his points and rebounds. I gave you guys the stats. He's been putting the team on his back, like Bear said. Their offense is running through him and CJ, and I don't expect that to change against the Celtics.
Yeah, Teats is going with John Morant over 41.5 PRAs. We had that in the beginning of the show. And I'm going to go Greek Freak over 32.5 points. He's going to dominate tonight. Probably going to drop a 50-burger. Hopefully drops a 50-burger. I would not be surprised if he shot 30 times tonight. He's going to have a dominating night against the Hawks. So
yeah, and I feel like for Giannis, with him, it's just what is his mentality?
Yeah.
Is he going to want, because it's just him out there. Like, is he going to share the ball tonight, or is he just going to drive to the rim 50 times?
Look for him to be like dominant tonight.
Yeah.
Get to the hole. Hawks are horrible in the paint, so I really like that play. But all right, that'll do it for our Wednesday, January 11th NBA player prop picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our locks of the week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.